Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia. Bleh.
Oh, man. Kate, you're a genius.
I'm so funny.
Katie?
I love myself.
I would like to know how many of the Universal monsters you can name, not including Dracula.
Okay, not including Dracula.
His name's already on screen.
I'm trying to think of when you told me about the time that you went to go see the Beetlejuice show when you thought it was actually Beetlejuice because his band was the Universal Monsters. Let's see what a good listener I am as a wife. Mm-hmm. Okay. Frankenstein. The Wolfman. Mm-hmm. Swamp dude. Swamp thing. Swamp guy. Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay.
Are there others? Bride of Frankenstein. Bride of Dracula. Whatever that thing in... Oh my God, what's that movie called? Whatever that thing in The Shape of Water is based on.
Well, that's the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay.
Do you know the Creature from the Black Lagoon's official name? I don't, but I have it in front of me. It's the only reason I know. The Gill Man.
The Gill Man. Why wouldn't he go... Never mind. Are there more? Hold on.
You got most of them. Okay,
Wait.
Can I go back and you can confirm? Count Dracula.
Yes.
You said that.
Yep.
The Gill Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein.
Yep.
Anybody else? Is that where you've...
No, I said the other one too. Swamp thing.
No, that is the I think
Swamp person.
You're thinking of the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay.
That's one and the same.
They wouldn't have done Chupacabra because
No.
they weren't into Latino representation at this time.
You might be surprised when you learn about Dracula today. Think about classic Halloween.
Skeleton.
Keep going.
Which?
A few steps up from a skeleton. A few more articles of clothing, but not many.
Oh, a mummy.
Bingo.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, now go less articles of clothing than a skeleton.
What?
A
ghost?
Keep going. You're close.
Less articles of clothing than a skeleton. What's more naked than a skeleton?
Something you can't see.
Oh, the Invisible Man.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, and then there's only one more, which you're never going to get in a million years, but I'll give you one more guess.
Okay. Give me a hint.
This is it. No,
like a little hint.
No.
Like a tiny hint. The littlest hint.
No.
Just a tiny one. Wolfman.
Did you say that?
No.
Oh, no, good. That's enough. Okay, I'm wrong. My number's wrong. Okay, there's one. You're correct. There's one more after Wolfman, and this is your final guess.
Wife of Wolfman.
That was a really good guess. Wolf woman. No, the Phantom of the Opera.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a stretch, but... And this list that I'm on...
That's a dumb list.
I'm on villainswiki.com or something. They also have Igor, Renfeld, and Mr. Hyde, which, Mr. Hyde I could see.
I don't know.
All right, Kate. Have you ever seen the 1931 Universal Pictures movie Dracula?
No.
Ooh, me neither. So here's what we're going to do. The month of October, which I believe, as if you're not listening to this when I'm saying you are, it's probably going to start a week before October begins because there's just so much to cover. We're going to finally sit down and watch, the two of us, the Universal Monster movies, the classic Universal Monsters. So we got the whole month ahead of us.
The whole band.
Everybody.
Beetlejuice's
whole
entire
band. Although now that I'm looking at that list that we just talked about, maybe I might be missing.
Was the Phantom of the Opera singing backup? Like, what's he doing?
I think I'm going to skip the Phantom of the Opera. But we're going to sit down and watch 4 to 5 of these movies. Maybe 6 if we really are on our game. Because we got to watch the Avengers of these movies at the end.
I have a busy fall.
So let's start here, Kate. You're going to be really proud of me. I only wrote one bullet point about Universal Studios.
I'm so proud.
This sets the stage for the whole month.
Okay.
Universal Studios was founded in 1912 as Universal Pictures. It's the oldest still running movie studio in existence.
Cool.
Done. Boom. Done. Okay,
That's it.
So they're a movie studio. They've been around since 1912. Okay, Kate, as you saw this afternoon when you were reading your book peacefully, I was trying to research Dracula, and the more I learned about vampires, the less I knew, the more confused I became. So I'm going to try to sum this up. I really swear to you that I've tried to make these notes as short as possible, which is very difficult. It's not like when we did the movie UHF, Weird Al's UHF, and we learned about the entire history of electromagnetism.
Please.
Ready?
Go.
Basically, Kate, every culture on Earth has or had an ancient belief in demons or witches or evil entities that could maybe possess people or maybe even possess dead bodies. Many of these ancient evil creatures were said to drink blood. That's like a big part of lots of societies' ancient myths.
Okay.
My side note, I know I said I'd keep these succinct. My favorite version of this, like that isn't called a vampire, but is kind of the same idea, is that there's an ancient Chinese vampire precursor thing that would manifest itself only if an animal accidentally jumped over your dead body. Then your body would turn into like, kind of a zombie vampire thing.
Okay.
But
like, what if you had a cat?
Yeah, if it jumped over you just have to make sure an animal doesn't jump over your body.
By accident.
Well, yeah, or on purpose, but I mean, I guess if you wanted to turn someone into a vampire.
Yeah, I could train a pet to jump over their body.
Yes, but none of this is real, so I guess nobody did that. It was more of a fear.
How do you know?
It was more of a fear. So it would be like they'd have to take precautions to make sure an animal, which I guess is just honestly, now that I'm saying it out loud, here's my new theory that I'm making up right now. It was probably just like if you leave a dead body out in the woods, it's unsanitary. So this myth makes you bury your dead or something.
Or like build a little fence of popsicle sticks around it.
An ancient Chinese popsicle. The actual term vampire, though, and most of like the modern trappings of what we think about, like driving a stake through their heart and the bite turning people into other vampires and stuff, come from the Balkan region of southeastern Europe.
Heard it's a great place to vacation. I'm just saying.
All right, giddy up, book it. The Balkans, for anyone like me who didn't know why they're called the Balkans, is named because the Balkan mountain range goes through it. And then they name the peninsula that it's on after it, and then they name all the countries that are there after it. The book Dracula is largely inspired by and based on Balkan folklore, dating back to around the Middle Ages, maybe older, largely in Romania. That's like, it's mostly Romanian vampiric folklore that Bram Stoker is pulling from to write his novel. Okay, and side note, Romania is where the real Transylvania is located, which is where Dracula's castle is in the story. So, people really believe this stuff. They would do stuff like pour boiling water into graves, because that was like one of the, like you could prevent the body from turning into a vampire by pouring boiling water into the wounds that killed them or their gravesite. They would drive stakes through the corpses. I showed you a picture when I was doing the notes earlier of an 800-year-old skeleton with like remnants of a metal stake going through its heart. There are several vampire panics in the Balkans over these hundreds of years in the past, like where sometimes they'd go as far as to murder people. They like kind of like the Salem witch trials. They'd be like, "Oh, you're a vampire. Let's kill you." There was even one, side note again, in the 1790s in New England, in America, in Vermont and the surrounding area, where like people were digging up corpses of their ex-wives, their former wives, their first wives, and like dismembering their bodies and stuff because they really, really believe this stuff. Anyway, Bram Stoker, Kate, the author, he's born in Ireland in 1847. He travels all over the place. Like he's a really prolific traveler, but he spends like most of his life as a working adult in London. His day job is he's the manager of the Lyceum, Lyceum theater. It's still operational. It's been around since the 1700s. It was historic then, and it's still around now. But he was the manager of that theater during his lifetime in the late 1800s. But his side gig, because he had a side hustle, was to write novels. And they were like popular novels. They were romance novels. He was writing just like pulpy nonsense.
Ooh, good for Bram.
I know, it's kind of cool. And then this is like his 7th novel, I think, Dracula. He publishes it in 1897. He calls it Dracula. His thought was, I'm going to write a gothic horror story, and I'm going to base it on Balkan folklore, because he was just this really well-read, well-traveled guy. The Balkan folklore of vampires, specifically. He says he picked the title Dracula because it means devil in Romanian, which like is sort of true. It really means dragon, but long story short, Vlad the Impaler, who ruled over what became Romania in the late 1400s, his name was Vlad Dracul. That was his name, but like his last name was Dracul because it meant dragon. His dad was in the Order of the Dragons. It was a whole thing. But Vlad the Impaler was such an asshole that his name became synonymous with devil. Does that make sense? So, like, then scholars argue, is Dracula based on Vlad the Impaler? There's no evidence to say that for sure. So there's, like, a lot of scholarly debate about whether or not this is directly inspired by Vlad the Impaler, or he just saw the word Dracula and thought it sounded cool because he thought it meant devil. Anyway, the book goes on to become one of the most famous pieces of English literature, and definitely probably like the most famous horror story of all time. It popularizes vampires in just culture, English culture, and then later American culture because of the movie. Our version of vampires in society and pop culture is based on this book and the movie, not the folklore anymore. Like all the things he makes up here and adds to it become sort of canonized in vampire, mythos. The book was adapted immediately. There's actually a stage play version that premiered before the book was finished being published, which is kind of funny, but he wrote it. Bram Stoker wrote this first play, and it's actually because he's very clever. He wrote it and only had it performed once or twice, like around the book's publication, so that he could claim copyright over all play adaptations going forward. He was very savvy that way, it sounds like.
That's smart.
He has he had a side hustle as an author. He seemed to be aware of that stuff. The first movie version was probably a 1920 Russian version. These are what I'm about to say. They're all silent because it's 1920, but there's no evidence that it actually exists for sure. It doesn't survive. The next one, the one we know is the earliest sort of known movie version, was a year later, 1921, and it was a Romanian silent film. Very appropriate. The story is set partially in Romania. And then the next year, very famously, there's the 1922 German silent version, Nosferatu. And of course, it's noteworthy because it was made without permission from Stoker's estate. He had died in 1912, 10 years earlier. So his widow, Florence Balcombe, sued the filmmakers of Nosferatu and won, and the court ordered them to destroy all copies of the movie because they made this very successful movie without acquiring permission from the estate. Now, of course, supposedly they destroyed them all, but the movie survives today, so some copies survived, which is good for film history, bad for Bram Stoker's widow. Then the next adaptation, the fourth adaptation, is 1931. Universal Pictures, Universal Studios now, they created the first ever version with sound. They have permission from the Stoker estate. They bought the movie rights. It's directed by Todd Browning. It was written by Garrett Fort. Bela Lugosi, who I've heard his name is pronounced Bela, but it sounds pretentious to say it that way.
I looked up how to pronounce his full name if you want to.
Oh, you have his... Bela Lugosi, born Bela Ferenc Blasco. I give up.
I know.
Do you want to try it?
Bela Ferenc Deso Blasco.
All right. He was born under that name in Hungary in 1882. He acted on stage.
Hungarians unite.
And you are Hungarian. We've never discussed that on the podcast.
Hungarian as heck. I'm really hairy. So shave your leg in the morning, got to shave it again at night.
I think Bella had the same problem.
Probably.
He was an actor in Hungary, right, as like a young man, I think a child, but definitely as a young man. So he's in Hungarian theater productions. He's in Hungarian silent films. But then in 1919, he has to flee because there's a failed communist revolution in Hungary. The communists tried to have a revolution. They failed. And he had the gall prior to that to try to form an actors union. So he knew that he might be jailed or executed after the failed, because that's like a socialist activity.
Yeah. And unions are how we get anything done in America and everywhere else in Hungary in 1931.
He fled to, this was 1919.
1919.
The movie came out in 1931. He fled to Germany and then from Germany to the United States where he continued to act. He learned English and one of his roles was on Broadway in an adaptation of Dracula. The book.
Is it because he was just like a spooky looking guy?
And he's Hungarian, which is pretty cool. Like, I'm actually really surprised. I had no idea that I should have known by his name, Bela, but I had no idea. He's Hungarian. It's a Hungarian folklore. Like, this is pretty cool.
I mean, it's Romanian folklore.
Oh, shit. He's from a Balkan country, though.
Jesus Christ, just lump us all in, why don't you?
So he's in the Broadway version of Dracula, one of the Broadway versions, so that's how he gets the movie producer's attention, and he gets cast in the 1931 version. Quick side note that I thought you'd find interesting. They would film all day, right? A normal shooting day. At night, when they were not filming, Universal Studios had a Spanish version of the movie being made.
Oh, cool.
Like they were using the sets on the same set. So there is a 1931 Spanish movie called Dracula in Spanish, different cast, Spanish-speaking cast, different director.
Interesting.
And the director literally got to watch the footage from this movie and watch them making it and just remade it at the same time. It's really cool.
That is
it's kind of like a cult classic horror movie fan thing in America to be interested in that, but it was released in Cuba and all this different stuff. Anyway, so the English version of Dracula premiered on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 1931. Kind of funny.
I think it's kind of fun.
This is
what are these spooky couples doing in the 30s,
Well, so...
They can't go to a punk show.
It didn't come out on Halloween or anything like that, like a horror movie might now, because what makes this movie so famous is it is the first feature-length sound movie that we would call horror and that has any weirdo genre things in it. So the kind of gamble of this movie by Universal Pictures was this movie has supernatural elements.
And people are still pretty scared of vampires. They think that maybe they're real.
Kind of. And in all of film, there hadn't been a feature-length movie yet with supernatural elements where they didn't debunk it by the end. In the world of the movie.
It wasn't like Sherlock Holmes.
Correct.
Where it was the Hound of the Baskervilles was just a doggy.
Yes.
Okay.
So
spoilers, everyone.
That's what makes this a big deal. It's the first time they did that, they didn't know if audiences would like it. And they ate it up, obviously, because, sci-fi, horror, supernatural movie, all the different stuff that, genre movies, obviously, people love.
A strong widow's peak.
They kind of all are owed to this. So it was a huge hit, so much so that Universal Studios fast-tracked Frankenstein, which came out the same year. It came out in the fall of 1931. Huh. And these two movies kick off about 20 years of horror and monster movies. Dracula gets 2 direct sequels that we are not going to watch. They do not sound good at all, unless you're a real Universal Monsters fan. Dracula's Daughter in 1936 and Son of Dracula in 1943.
Dracula been busy.
The character, Well, I mean, that's part of his character,
I guess,
right?
he's just turning people. He's not. Never mind.
Oh, you don't think he created those children the old-fashioned way?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to watch him. The character, played by Bela Lugosi, does appear in a few more Universal monster movies throughout the 40s, but we'll get to that later this month. Maybe. And of course, last note before we actually watch it, the book has been turned into lots of other movies over the years. It's been in the public domain since 1962, I think.
Oh, wow.
Most notably, there's Christopher Lee as Dracula in a movie called Dracula in 1958.
Let's note that Christopher Lee was old enough to be making movies in 1958 and is still around. Is he?
No, he died.
No, did he die?
He died in the last couple years.
Oh, R.I.P. Christopher Lee. Yeah. I didn't know.
And then Gary Oldman played him in the movie full title, Bram Stoker's Dracula in 1992. Those are probably two of the most famous other. Not to mention Nicolas Cage in 2023.
Ew.
In Renfeld. No, not worth mentioning.
Renfield.
Okay, those are my short, succinct notes.
So succinct. We really went back to Transylvania.
Bleh.
And all the way back.
Let's watch, Kate. I'm excited to watch this. I've always wanted to see these. And nowadays, I can only convince you to watch a movie if it's for the podcast.
There's just so many good shows out there.
Here do we go.
All right, here we go.
And
look at the little teepees.
Most noteworthy, this movie is 1 hour and 15 minutes long.
Yes.
Very watchable.
Yeah, you can get your spooky on and then watch something else.
Can you hear it?
Look at the little teeth.
I am Dracula.
Oh, it's really good to see you. I don't know what happened to the driver and my luggage and with all this, I thought I was in the wrong place.
I bid you welcome. Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Todd with 1D. Todd Browning,
choice.
Right? Bela.
We got really some overwrought music here. Oh, it's Swan Lake. What a choice.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Very intense.
How come some names are in all capital letters? Look at
I
the
bet
cast.
you it's their, that's your top bill. It's 1, 2, 3. Straight down the line, baby.
Caps lock on. Ooh, see the matte painting background?
Wow.
I love this kind of stuff.
I know you love a matte painted background, just like the Barbie movie. All right, so we got some modern folk.
Modernish. Are they 1930s people or 1800s people? 1890s?
Ooh, I don't know.
Hard to tell.
Ooh, Walpurgis Night.
Waluigi? Nosferatu.
All right, so we're in a stagecoach, and it's like we got to get inside before sundown because it is Walpurgis Night, which is a cursed night. We're in the Balkans. We got to hide inside.
Oh, is that what was painted in the background, the Balkan Mountains?
Yep. We know that we're in the Balkans because there's lots of pottery and a woman praying in a different language.
Right up against the wall, praying with her face touching a rosary.
Oh, look. These people are so excited for this stagecoach. So I'm getting, maybe it's like 1800s time. This is like the opening of the Waltons or something, isn't it? Ah! All right, so we've got some peeps. They're tourists who are English speaking and lots of folks who don't speak English. So there's one tourist who's like, no, I'm going through the Borgo Pass at night. And it's been established. We do not go out tonight. It is Walpurgis night. We are not going out. Oh, no. So he's here to meet Count Dracula at the carriage.
You got an older woman doing the sign of the cross.
Staring. There's a lot of staring in this movie in the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A lot of big eye staring. All right. So this one tourist is meeting Count Dracula at midnight. Oh, okay. So we got Dracula and his wives.
Wives, plural.
So he's like turning all these women from the village into vampires.
This is good. We're getting the whole story of vampires from
absolutely.
this guy.
I could have just watched this. I didn't have to listen to your spiel.
They suck blood. They turn into wolves and bats. Not just bats, but wolves. Yeah. That's interesting.
I love when actors in these early black and white talkie movies act in the same way that Shakespeare's actors have to be like, hark, the sun, it is going down, because they can only show 3 seconds of celluloid film of the sun going down. It's really great.
Is this guy an American or what?
All right, so he has been given a crucifix.
Look at that out of focus crucifix necklace.
Listen.
They were doing their very best.
They didn't really care about the crucifix. All they care about is these Balkan peasants with huge eyes staring into the distance. That's all they care about.
Look, they act upset that he's going, but they love it because they're going to be able to talk about this for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that stupid guy.
It's the 1870s. There's no hot goss. Like, you know about every hair on every goat in this village. You should be so lucky that an English or American tourist comes to your town and then dies in mysterious circumstances.
Here we go, Dracula's castle.
All right, we're up there.
His coffin is just laid on a dirt floor.
Yeah.
In the basement of the castle. It's not like dug.
I think he has to be on his ancestral dirt, doesn't he?
is that
Oh, a
right?
possum.
Oh,
what is
wow.
that possum doing here? What a great possum actor. There was just a
Romanian
live possum. I'm sure that possum was treated really well. So they have these coffins, and they've picked the men and women with the spindliest, whitest, scariest hands to come out of the coffin, which I love. Uh-oh. We got Bella here, looking real Hungarian. Look at him. We could be cousins, me and Bella.
I want to know if this is going to be frightening at all to us now. Because it was
I think
scary.
it could be. I think
was
it could-
definitely scary.
It could maybe give me a nightmare.
I hope so.
Wow, we got one spotlight really shining.
Glowing eyes. All right, so we've already seen one of his quote-unquote wives.
Yeah. She emerged from a coffin.
Did you
She's
see
pretty.
that bug that crawled out of its
Yeah.
own little bug coffin?
Little tiny coffin. I don't know if it was a tiny. Was it really a
Yeah, it
tiny
was a
coffin?
little- I think.
What a great touch! I really liked
was
that.
Was it supposed to be? It sure looked like
I
it.
don't know. It's unclear. What is that shot? Looks like it's through like a binocular.
Look at this castle. Looks like where the Power Rangers,
It
where
does
Rita Repulsa emerged.
You know what? May we all have as much joy as Rita Repulsa. She really loves her job. Our trusty American tourist is looking out and he sees a bat, but it's just clearly like a rubber bat on strings.
It's not the
And
best.
the wings are like,
I'm surprised the horses
flapping.
weren't like startled by it.
yeah. Uh-oh, the driver is gone.
Bleh.
These bats are so funny.
The
They
bats
they
do
are
look pretty stupid.
just rubber bats on a string, and everyone knows it. Like,
You have to remember, you saw the movie once in a
oh my god, an
theater.
armadillo!
Wow,
Where
there's
are all
lots
these
of little
armadillos
critters.
coming out from under the table?
All your favorite animals are in this movie.
I
so
love
far.
an armadillo.
Possums, armadillo.
I feel like they have leprosy though,
Rubber
or
bats.
something. Yeah, there's a lot of just like weird animal placement.
Well, it's like his castle is just in total disrepair,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
what all the rodents and
Do you think armadillos are native to the Balkans? We gotta look it up.
I don't know, Kate.
I only ever saw one armadillo in my whole life, and it was in the American South. Our tourist has arrived. Count Dracula is coming down the stairs, and he's Dracula. Like, he is the definitive Dracula. Like, if you Googled Dracula costume, it would be Bela Lugosi's costume, right?
mean,
It's like,
he
it's
comes out of the gate.
costume. Absolutely.
There's a reason this became the dominant, iconic thing, right?
Wow, that delivery.
Children of the night.
Like, he really is hamming it up, and I am here for
He's
it.
taking
I
some
love
big
it.
swings.
Yeah.
So after this, hey guys, have you heard of this movie? It's called
called
Dracula.
Dracula?
I don't know. It's like it's kind of old,
Ooh, Mr. Renfield.
but he never introduced himself, right?
No. Interesting.
Spooky.
So there is maybe they've corresponded before, it
Oh
seems
yeah,
like.
they are meeting. Yeah, you're right.
There's a spider going into its web, but it's just a plastic spider, and someone's hauling it up on a piece of fishing line.
It might
which
as well
is
be a
amazing.
spider ring
Yeah,
if somebody's
yeah.
moving with a black glove on.
All right, so Renfield has arrived, which is interesting. I guess it's about how Renfield becomes his
We'll see. I don't know.
little man.
Oh, I meant to ask you, what a mishap. Did you read the book?
I've never read the book.
We had
No.
to read Frankenstein in school. Did you?
No.
Frankenstein was on a reading list one year for me in high school. I did not read it. I'm ashamed to admit. Okay, so neither of us have read Dracula.
No, but my sister was a vampire for like 6 years in a row at Halloween.
You got some cred then.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And obviously, Bela Lugosi could be my great-grandfather's friend.
His similar looking friend. I think I definitely did a Dracula one year too.
Did you?
Yeah, with the fangs.
I was never a vampire.
Well, it's, I think you weren't the right kind of naughty kid to want to wear the disgusting fangs all night.
Yeah, the teeth.
The teeth.
The teeth really put me off.
Yeah, I think you have to be kind of a hyperactive kid to want to have those
Yeah.
teeth in all night.
We did draw a widow's peak on my sister, though.
I didn't need to draw it on. Kate,
That
I don't
was
know
when
if
you
know
still had
this.
hair.
Before I was bald, I had a real deep widow's peak as a child.
I know.
Oh boy.
All right, so Vlad Dracul, like any scary Airbnb host, is like, hopefully you did not tell anyone you are coming here. And Renfield's like, nope, nobody knows I'm here.
Here's the thing, too. They could just do
All right,
this
so-
shot where they just light Dracula's
Oh, yeah.
eyes real bright, and everybody at the time was like, I've never seen this before. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay, so he's brought some kind of real estate document for... Oh.
He's trying to go on a little trip. Yeah, Renfield is like, it's almost like when you get an email from a prince.
Why do we need Renfield, then?
I think, why do we need so Dracula chartered the ship, and you're asking why we need Renfield. I think...
Renfield.
Why do I keep saying it wrong?
Yeah.
I think someone needs to haul Dracula's coffin onto the ship.
I guess. But he's not Dracula's familiar. I guess he's just like in a business arrangement.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh.
All right, so he's gotten a paper cut. It's a really gnarly paper cut.
Paper was different back then, Kate.
It's very thick.
It's pulpy.
So Dracula's like standing next to Renfield's bed and is like, I hope you're going to find this bed real comfy. And he's like, oh yeah, it looks so inviting. It looks so good. And then he gets a cut and Bela Lugosi cannot resist. He is coming over.
Renfield?
Renfield.
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 Nope. This movie would be 35 minutes if Bela Lugosi spoke at a normal cadence.
This wine is quite old. I don't think it's good anymore.
It's interesting because like Bela Lugosi is like really good looking in like a weird way. You know what I mean? Like he's got really intense eyes, and you know how Dracula's like supposed to draw you in with his eyes. Like I get it. But he also is not good looking. And I can't tell if it's like the monster makeup.
No, I think you're just getting that anti-incest instinct
God,
kicking in because you think you're related to him.
I've got Dracula coloring, pale as hell, dark hair. Am I a vampire? You see me flying around like a little bat?
You do run around going, bleh.
Bleh. The wives of Dracula, they're coming.
What do they want? Maybe he only needed those papers. Like, is Renfield useless now?
I don't think he's useless. Oh, a bat. He
bats
seems
are
very
so funny.
unconcerned that a bat is just straight in his face.
It's true. If I got that close to a bat, I'd be like, what?
Oh, he's been transfixed. He's been...
He passed out.
He passed out.
So a bat flew up and touched him? Bit him?
It came close to his face.
He did not react much. He didn't seem scared, but then he fell over right after. But yeah, like...
Maybe the bat was Dracula?
When did the rabies shot get invented, Kate?
Not now. So the brides of Dracula don't really have that much agency, right? They just like kind of walk around slowly in gauzy dresses.
Yeah, but like that's the point, right?
I guess. He has them like in thrall.
Yeah, they're not like equal partners in marriage like us. They they're like, you know, he's
it's
like a
me,
harem.
the bride of Tyler.
Like, yeah, they're just like
all right.
You know, he bit
Oh
them or
wow,
something.
we're going right for it. We're gonna suck his blood.
Yeah.
He's going in.
And it's
so
a very
Renfield is sleeping.
Yeah. And it's a very slow
Oh, okay, so we're not gonna show it though,
No.
which is interesting.
It's
That's
early.
a choice.
It's early yet. Uh-oh.
All right, here we are aboard the Vesta, bound
Vesta?
for England.
I
We're
thought
on a
it was
ship.
the Demeter. They
Unclear.
made they just released a whole movie about this.
Renfield has turned.
Yeah.
We can tell because his hair is dark.
Yeah, he looks like Crispin Glover now.
He does kind of look like Crispin Glover. Crispin Glover's kind of ugly delicious.
You think Renfield in this movie is ugly delicious?
I don't think Renfield's ugly delicious.
But Crispin Glover is.
Yeah, kind of. I just love the amount of light choices that they made with Bela Lugosi's eyes, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's something that I maybe I haven't seen enough early film. You know what I mean? But it's something I feel like I haven't seen. You know what I mean? Where they're spotlighting the eyes. But here's one thing we have seen, which is ludicrously sped up footage.
Oh, wow.
So they're on this ship and that things are not going well and they're trying to pilot this ship in the storm and the people are running all over the deck because they're on fast forward and the Benny Hill theme could be playing right now.
That's pretty silly.
Uh-oh. So the ship has come into port, but the captain is dead for some reason, tied to the wheel. And Renfield is out in the day, which is confusing. I guess maybe he's his familiar?
I don't know.
What are the rules?
I don't know the rules, Kate. I don't know if they're going to explain to us the rules, but he obviously can be. Like, he exists to Dracula to be out in the day.
To kind of run his empire.
Yeah, maybe he hasn't fully turned yet, or maybe we're applying rules that haven't been invented yet, you know?
Renfield is down in this hatch. And he's just going, and they find him, and he is looking a little wild, and then we just cut for some reason.
Yeah, they found the bodies. Oh boy, we have to read a whole newspaper article
Sole
now.
survivor is a racing maniac. He is craving to devour ants, flies, and other small living things and obtain their blood. Puzzle scientist. At present, he is under observation in Dr. Seward's sanitarium near London.
All right.
So that's Renfield, just hanging out. Oh no, she was held in thrall by his gaze.
So when the lights are on his eyes like that, for us, that's like he's using his evil
He's using
vision
his powers,
Okay.
his seduction power.
Wow.
Well, he's holding them in thrall, you know? So
What did he do to that flower girl?
he bit her. He made her his wife.
Is Renfield his wife?
I think so.
His husband? He's in a sanatorium. It doesn't matter anymore, but...
He's just resting.
Is that it for Renfield? Is that all it
No,
took?
he's going to come back. They're going to spring him.
I don't know anything about this movie
Me
except
neither.
for the famous imagery.
All right, so the little girl who's been selling flowers, she got bit and now she's dead. Maybe she's just dead. Maybe he just
He
drank her
sucked
dry.
all the blood out.
Yeah, he just sucked it out like you suck Lekvar out of a Kiefly. He's
All right,
Hungarian.
we get it. You're Hungarian, Kate.
No, you
All
cannot
right.
leave that in. That's weird. No one knows what Lekvar
No,
and
that's
Kieflys are.
hilarious.
No.
I'm keeping that in.
Now that little flower girl's just a shriveled prune.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's gone to the...
He's at the opera?
He's at the opera?
Play? What is he... What?
So Count Dracula has arrived late to some kind of musical performance and is being shown to his seat.
Man.
A cardinal sin.
The rich think they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Waltzing in. They're finishing up a song, so who knows how late he is.
He's real late.
This seems like the kind of music that one song would be like 42 minutes, so...
Mm-hmm. See, he's got like hypnotize eyes.
Right.
Hypnotizing eyes.
Hypnotize. And then sometimes they just show the close-up of him with his lit up eyes for like much longer than they would if it was a modern movie. Bleh.
Oh, Dr. Seward, the sanitarium doctor.
Oh, all right. Wow. How nice of him to get Renfield out of there, because it seems like he could just leave him.
All right, so he's leased the grounds that butt up to Dr. Seward's sanitarium. Oh, he's presenting his daughter to the Count because the Count seems like he might be rich. Miss Weston looks a lot like Angela Lansbury, but is not. It's so interesting to see, like, movie stars from the 30s because it's such a different aesthetic.
Yeah, it's
you know
a different
what I mean?
look for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's just, like, huge eyes and no eyebrows. Count Dracula just keeps mentioning how rich he is. He doesn't even have to bite these women. They're like, "Ooh, yeah, Count Dracula, I heard you're rich.
You're a count? You live in an abbey?"
So we got spooky little Angela Lansbury's mom.
She's like a goth girl. A 1931 goth girl.
Okay, and then she's made some comment about, like, people who are dead, and Dracula's like, wow, how glorious it must be to be really dead. He has just met these people. Now we got a spooky musical performance happening.
Is he upset that he can't die?
I can't, yeah, maybe. His
that what
eyes
he
are
meant by
glistening,
that? Or is
but
he
maybe
just
he's
being
trying to
edgy?
hypnotize people.
Yeah.
I can't tell. All right, so Lucy is a goth. She is a 1930s goth, or an 1800s goth. She is into Vlad Dracul. She is into him. She cannot stop thinking about him.
And the other girl's like making fun of him, doing
Yeah.
his accent.
Yep.
She's xenophobic. Girl, he sleeps on a dirt floor in a coffin.
Lucy don't care. She's into it.
Even better.
Lucy's eyebrows, the gap between her eyebrows is massive. And it's so 30s. You know what I mean? Like such an iconic 30s look. Ooh, look, she took off her shawl.
Does she know he's watching?
He's
No.
like a little peeping count.
I mean, even Sesame Street.
Oh, here he is.
Whoa.
So, he's flown up to the window and he's peeping in the window as a bat, but a rubber bat.
Look at her.
Yeah, but she's hypnotized.
Oh.
He got her.
Oh. You can hypnotize her as a bat?
We
Or
have
he
to
got her
put
earlier?
a gif of this rubber bat up on Instagram.
All right. I feel like we often say what we're going to do on Instagram,
No,
and
we're
I
gonna do
worry
it.
that we don't always do it.
No, we're gonna do it. Look at it. It's hilarious. So, like, was she not concerned about the bat? Is she hypnotized? Oh, he's here.
Oh.
Wow.
It's interesting because they leave a lot, obviously, from the technical limitations of the time. We never see him transform.
How could we do?
And I just feel like it could be confusing. It goes from a bat to now he's in the room.
Yeah, because he's a mythical beast.
All right.
All right, he's coming in. Maybe
Here we
they
go.
can't show him sucking
I don't
the
know.
blood. Like, is it like a Hays Code thing?
This is before the Haze Code.
Oh, well,
So,
he could be
no.
sucking all day then.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're in an operating theater, which is
yeah.
a little weird.
It's like an old school operating theater. Love it. Whose dead body is this?
All right, so now we're back at the sanitarium hospital, and all these people are dying from losing a lot of blood. So Renfield's just going to town.
So this is Miss Weston, the girl who was really into him.
I don't think so.
Look at her eyebrows.
No, those eyebrows are bigger.
Look at this frightening sanitarium.
Yep.
Wicker wheelchairs. Hey, Kate, what do you think mental health care was like?
Not
Both
great.
when the movie was made and when the book was written.
It's all bad. Renfield is just munching on spiders and flies and like all this
Do
gross stuff.
spiders and flies have blood? I guess so.
Everything has blood. I mean,
Ev-
bacteria
everything?
doesn't have blood.
Everything?
Name
Carrots?
something that doesn't have blood.
A
No, like
carrot.
like an animal.
They all have blood. That's like part of what makes it an animal.
I don't know. Probably.
I just mean like I've crushed a spider. I never saw any blood come out of it.
Well, you've seen like black goo come out of it.
Spider blood black?
I don't know. Who is this? Where are we?
Van Helsing, baby. He's not sexy in this movie like he is in the movies they made in the 2000s. I think Hugh Jackman or somebody plays him later.
I feel like in modern times, Van Helsing would be hosting like an AM radio station, right?
Yeah,
like,
Van Helsing seems like a little QAnon. He's like, yes, it cannot be proved by science, but I can prove it. Did I do his accent right?
Not really.
What is his accent?
I think he's German because he says Dunkov.
Does Mina live here?
Unclear.
Sword's
Probably.
daughter?
I mean, he probably.
Because he
she
gets
probably
free housing.
does. Yeah. We got a wolf howling. I think it's just to tell us that it's night.
Oh.
Because, wolves. This movie is, in some parts, so well lit, and in other parts, so poorly lit that I have no idea what's going on.
That's called atmosphere, Kate.
Is it?
It's on purpose.
I can't see
No,
anything.
I don't know. I mean, they're doing their best. I just can't believe they let Van Helsing and Dracula both talk like this in this movie.
He slapped him with some plants. Van Helsing has slapped Renfield with some wolfsbane. He was like,
Folk remedy to vampirism.
Oh my god, look at Renfield's eyes. They cast this guy purely for his eye acting.
He's done a great job because he was so boring at the beginning.
Yeah.
And he is so nuts.
What is, being a universal monster, but embracing your camp, I'm doing it this fall, too.
You're going to become a universal
I'm going
monster.
to embrace my camp. I'm going to chew the scenery. I'm having Dracula fall.
Listeners, if you think Kate has not been chewing the scenery for the last 300 plus episodes, please write in.
I'm going to fight.
People
All right, so now we got Miss Mina, the hotter version of the other girl.
That dead girl.
Yeah, and she's laying. She's got a pretty nice neck, very exposed.
Looks
Bella
good.
cannot resist.
Oh.
Bella's eyeliner budget for this film, quite high. Uh-oh, here he comes. Can he
Wow.
not show his little teeth?
He looks pained as he leans in.
Well, maybe he doesn't really want to do it. It's a compulsion.
Did he get her?
I think he just been sipping. He didn't dry her out like a prune, he just had little sips.
Huh. Who's this guy?
I don't know. Paul? I guess he's like Miss Mina's boyfriend, that man.
They were going to say Van Helsing.
No,
I was like, oh no. The other guy.
Yeah, but so she's describing this like pretty scary dream that she had, which really is Count Dracula drinking her blood, And then her boyfriend / fiance / lover is like, let's forget all about these dreams. And then Van Helsing comes over and really listens, Uh-oh, now he's taking off her scarf. It's not good.
He just wants to see her bites.
Uh-oh.
That is one long biteable neck, isn't it?
Right? She's got a really nice neck.
Oh, it's probably just bed bugs.
Probably.
Have they shown us the marks ever?
No.
We haven't seen a pointy tooth.
Again, very Shakespearean in like the sun has come up.
Yeah. Look at these marks. Like, they've shown us close-ups of
Whoa,
other
look
stuff.
out.
Here he is.
Count Dracula's here for some reason.
Is it dark?
Bela Lugosi is also moves very stiffly. He moves like the T-1000. Look at him.
Well,
he's like RoboCop. You know what I mean? That's who I'm thinking of. He moves like RoboCop. Like his arms never move. Look at him.
Well, I mean, he's supposed to be an undead monster, right?
He's very stiff.
I think that's a choice he's making, right?
All right, so Van Helsing's looking at Count Dracula here, and they're like
He's like, let me see those teeth.
sizing each other up. Now Count Dracula's like, oh, maybe you had a scary dream because of the scary stories I told you.
Bleh. Oh, snap.
All right, so Van Helsing picked it up. He's got no reflection.
This must have been so confusing, because, like, these rules are all things we know now because of this movie. There's, like, so many rules you have to learn while watching this as a 1930s person.
I'd better go to bed and lay down with my neck completely exposed.
It's the only way I can sleep.
Wow, look at Mr. Harker's pants.
The fiance.
Yeah. Van Helsing tried to catch Count Dracula in a trap, by showing him a mirror.
He played his hand. He let him know that he knows.
Which doesn't seem like a good idea.
Oh.
And then Dracula just slapped the mirror right out of his hand, which was amazing.
Goodbye. Van Helsing looks very pleased with himself.
Yeah. Look at that walk.
Look, now that we're in our 30s, this is kind of how we walk when we get up in the morning.
A little bit.
And our joints haven't fully healed from sleep. I didn't even know vampires could turn into wolves.
Yeah, Tyler.
And Dracula just turned into a wolf.
You gotta get up on your vampire lore,
To be
son.
fair, Van Helsing did say sometimes they can be wolves, but usually they're bats.
See, Mina, she just can't stay away.
Yeah. Wait, I thought he was a wolf. Why is he a human again?
Because he's gotta talk to Mina. She got the nicest neck in this whole movie. Can't resist it.
in all of Whitby Bay or wherever they are.
And you know she's wearing something gauzy, so she's gonna be his wife. Oh, man.
Okay, he is
Heck yeah. He's just
engulfing
enfolded her in his cape.
cape.
See, he's got to have his ancestral dirt.
So they brought some dirt with them. Is that
Renfield's looking rougher and rougher every time we see him.
great?
There's the bat again.
Every time. It really deflates some of the
It
tension.
really does. Mr. Harker just got a big golf umbrella and chased the bat away. Renfield does seem really tortured, you know?
But there's no going back. Oh my god, Miss Nina's dead already?
Yeah. Oh no.
Whoa.
Now the maid has fainted dead away. Uh-oh. Look, he's crawling over to the maid, so he laughed in the maid's face, and that made her faint. And now he's going to suck her blood?
Yeah, he hasn't had a human
It's
yet.
all, like, implied sucking.
Yeah? Well, let's see what you don't show scarier, Kate.
Is it? Alright, so Mina is maybe dead. It's unclear. He had a little more than a sip, obviously. She's looking pretty pale.
I think I missed my calling of being a Victorian-era bicycle cop.
I know, baby.
Looks fun.
What is that?
What? Whoa.
Count Dracula's wives are wandering through the woods, taking the children of the town.
Biting them slightly in the throat, as the
Yep.
newspaper article
Well,
said.
she lived. The little babies lived. Miss Lucy been hanging out after she was buried. She's been walking the earth. That little goth girl. She's the one who's been wandering around in the woods at night.
Oh, biting
the children.
Okay.
So Mina's breaking up with her fiance, John.
This is a lot of effort to go through to break up with a guy you don't like.
I know. She's like, we must never kiss. We must never look at each other again. Don't tell me what to do. She turns into a bat and flies away. Don't you think Mina should be allowed to make her own decisions, maybe?
So, has she been turned yet or no?
I don't think so. I think Dracula's just been sipping on her.
That doesn't turn you.
And it's making her a little weird, but
Okay,
you know,
they're
she's like enthralled to him, you know?
they're covering her room in Wolfsbane so Dracula can't come back. But I thought she was saying that she can't be with her fiance because she is already going to turn. But
Well,
what do I know?
because he keeps coming back and compelling her to get
So
drunk
she's just
from.
like, I'm never going to escape.
Yeah.
She's resigned herself. All right, okay.
Oh, here's the same shot of the sun going down.
Kate,
They're doing their
they
best.
did their
I
best.
know.
They did. That was hard to get that shot.
I need to go rest in my ancestral dirt. Dirt. He really nimbly gets out of this coffin.
Where
It's
is
implied.
he right now?
He's in the basement of his manor home. Mr. Harker, come here. Let me share confidential medical information about Mina with you, her fiancé, without her permission.
Uh-oh. Whose spooky shadow is that?
Who do you think? Renfield.
Uh-oh. Renfield's walking like Dracula.
Yeah.
He's stiffened up. His knees don't bend anymore. I love this guy.
Renfield just keeps appearing in Dr.
Van Helsing?
Nope.
Oh, Dr. It's an S.
Seward. So Renfield keeps appearing in Dr. Seward's private home. And then he calls up to the steward up in the orderly up in the ward
Yeah.
where Renfield's supposed to be. And they're like, oh, he got out again.
And they're like all
I guess
cockney.
like maybe he can become like a bat
yeah,
and fly away.
I don't know. He's
But if there was a bat on my locked ward, I would also be like, oh, a bat, you know?
This movie may be shorter than a normal modern movie, but it doesn't feel like it.
No, it feels real long.
There's the orderly.
He's gonna get fired.
Dracula is like, Renfield, what are you doing? You're really blowing up my spot here.
So Renfield, it seems like, is conflicted here, right? Like he's driven mad by his thirst for blood, but he seems,
What, he's super strong now?
yeah.
He bent the bars?
Ooh, Dracula's in the house. That was my rap horn.
It was good. I don't think you had to explain it. I think they got it. That was great.
I'm getting a horn like that, and I'm gonna play it every time I come in the house. Van Helsing, you don't have to put on your glasses to figure out who it is. Yeah, he's been giving her his blood. You know?
Right, it's like a...
Yeah.
That's how they become vampires, right?
Yeah. These two talk so slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's Van Helsing and Dracula. Talking to each other.
Ooh.
And I can feel the director being like, no guys, slow it down a little more.
Talking too
We got to
fast.
get to an hour and 12 minutes or whatever the hell it
Legally be
is.
considered a
A
feature
movie.
film.
Uh-oh. He got his scary hand out. Has he ensorcelled Van Helsing with his creepy hand?
Van Helsing has got strong will. Look at this ridiculous mental battle. So they're having like a telepathic battle of wills right now?
Yeah, but you can't tell in a movie from 1931. It just zooms in on their eyes a lot.
Yeah, and Van Helsing is like walking towards him, and he's like,
Yep.
no, and he walks back. This is the equivalent of like an anime beam struggle, but really boring.
Yeah. I love when Dracula is presented with something that is anathema to him, right? Like that, like a crucifix
Yeah,
or
like the mirror
some
from
wolf's
earlier.
bane
Yeah.
or a mirror. And he just like hisses and throws his cape up over his face. Like that's the kind of drama that I want.
It is too late. So she is turning,
Yeah.
because Dracula told us, my blood flows through her veins. My blood.
She gonna eat him. Uh-oh. She's staring at that neck.
Yeah, she's like, look up at the stars. His Adam's apple's bobbing up and down deliciously.
Briggs is about to go narc on them.
This is great.
I love it. The pacing on this movie is so weird.
Like, look, Van Helsing, very important character, but man, does it screech to a halt every time he's on screen. And like Dracula's slow too, but at least he's Dracula, so
Yeah.
you're looking at a monster when you're being slowed down and bored by him. So it's not that boring. But Van Helsing, it's like it goes from like this funny physical comedy bit where almost comedy where Mina is like trying to get her fiance's blood, and then he notices, and then she's like, "Oh, it's nothing."
Uh-oh, we got a bat. John, the fiance, the bat comes down and he's just like trying to slap it. And the bat is clearly communicating with Mina, his fiance, and he's just not picking up on it.
So what? Dracula doesn't even trust her to like do this.
What a micromanager, you know?
Yeah. So she was about to get her fiance's blood. It's going to take a minute when he's not looking. And then, yeah, Dracula, like, bat forms down and it's like, hey, do it.
Make sure you blade to this side of the neck. Like, all right, Dad. Get out of here, Night Daddy.
All right, Vlad. This fiance is dumb. What's Van Helsing got? A cross or a stake?
Got a crucifix.
I thought somehow he, like, spit some blood into her when he was biting her, but no.
Yeah.
She's saying he came, he cut his arm open.
Yeah.
Maybe he bit his own arm, I don't know. And
Yeah.
just, like, put his arm in her mouth?
Yeah.
Dang. The orderly is now shooting at the bat form of Dracula with a rifle.
He's a jack of all trades, Tyler.
I'll get him. No.
Oh, there he is. Watching you sleep.
Come on, Briggs. How'd he get in through the wolfsbane?
He's using his hypnosis eyes again.
Oh, he's not in yet.
No.
He's hypnotizing Briggs,
Yeah.
the nurse, to remove the wolfsbane. Got it. I think something I'm sometimes confused about in this film. I don't think they've quite invented establishing shots yet.
Yeah.
So they'll show Minna sleeping in her room.
Mina.
Then they'll show a close-up of Dracula in his
Yep.
eyes, which previously in the movie has meant that he's in the room with her.
Yes.
But he was outside. Got it. All
Yep.
right. All good.
All right, so now Briggs is just going to let him into Mina's room.
He got her. He did a little mini hypnosis.
He really did. But, like, the damage is done. Why are we revisiting this?
He needs more blood? Can he take
Maybe?
her blood
Or,
now?
like, does he just want to have her be his wife? I'm confused.
Yeah, what I don't get, I don't understand.
Who's
his
this man
motivations at
running
all.
with a lantern?
Oh, that's Renfield.
There
The
we
next
go.
line of the movie. He's making a run for the Abbey to see Dracula. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it, but I don't understand Dracula's motivations at all.
All right, yep. So he's taking Mina on a walk.
Uh-huh.
She's in a beautiful, sparkly dress, which everyone wears to sleep.
Like, he just needs blood. So what's with all these mind games?
Maybe it's his thing. All right, so Dracula appears to have squeezed Renfield to death. It's unclear.
Is this his dead body rolling down
I
the
mean,
stairs?
it's pretty boneless looking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there doesn't appear to be much, like, life left in Renfield.
I was going to say, if not, if he was still alive and he pushed him and that was supposed to be how he killed him, he didn't seem to be falling very fast. But it makes sense if he's already dead. Okay.
Or at least two men trying to open the door. I wish there were more possums in this movie. He looks so cozy.
Yeah, they've discovered the coffins, so it's daylight now. So Dracula has to be asleep in his coffin. Van Helsing's found him. He just lifted the lid and we just see Dracula peacefully sleeping. It seems like a pretty major weakness for a movie monster, you know?
Yeah, but usually, you know, it's hidden. It would, in theory, be tended by his familiar, you know?
It seems pretty careless that he's renting the place right next door to his targets.
Well, that's because
I mean, I get
think
it,
it was
that he
just
doesn't
convenience.
have a lot of time. Right.
Yeah, and he
can
doesn't
only act at night.
can't spend a lot of time commuting, you know?
Right.
But he's a bat. Couldn't he fly from further away?
Oh, good point. Yeah, he could commute. What are we doing? I'm hearing a lot of smashing.
Unclear.
Okay, we're breaking
It's
the
just Van
lid.
Helsing fighting with the coffin wood.
He's destroyed the lid of the coffin. Here we go.
All right.
Gonna drive a stake through his heart.
Also, like, there's really been no music
Huh.
in this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's interesting. We had the music at the very, very beginning, and that was it. You're right. It's very quiet.
It's interesting, right? Like,
yeah. There's no score at all.
Yeah. Couldn't you hear like an overwrought, like swelling instrumental piece here?
I think without watching it, I would have assumed.
Yeah. So they stabbed Dracula in the heart.
Very disappointingly, mostly off screen.
Yeah.
You just heard the hammer.
Yeah.
What?
It's a Universal picture.
That was a really
abrupt and strange end.
I don't understand.
They left.
Yeah, but why did Van Helsing say not yet?
He's got some unfinished business. He's got to go down and fight Dracula's wives.
What?
I don't know.
That's crazy how abruptly that
It was really weird.
That was super weird. They killed Dracula, and less than 60 seconds later, the movie just kind of ended.
They were like, all right, let's walk away.
Yeah, they just walked up those big stairs.
Van Helsing, now that you have learned what you have learned, it would be well for you to return to your own country.
I prefer to remain and protect those whom you would destroy.
You are too late. My blood now flows through her veins. She will live through the centuries to come, as I have lived.
Should you escape us, Dracula, we know how to save Miss Mina's soul, if not her life.
If she dies by day, but I shall see that she dies by night.
And I will have Carfax Abbey torn down stone by stone, excavated a mile around. I will find your earth box and drive that stake through your heart.
It felt a lot longer than an hour and 14 minutes. I think it was like the delivery. Everyone's delivery was just lugubrious. Like, it was real slow. I'm going to say, though, I actually did enjoy this. You know, it was... there were elements of it that were pretty unclear. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like maybe it was adapted... And I haven't read the book, you know what I mean? Like, was it adapted directly from the book? And there was more explanation in the book that they couldn't fit into this hour and 14 minutes. Some of the shots were a little bit confusing, right? You're like, is he outside? Is he inside? And, you know, I wish it showed more of the drinking of the blood, right? Because you got, like, Dracula's face moving in on you and then a cut. And that's it.
There were no pointy teeth.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
That's like a misconception of... I guess that came in later. You know?
I'm sure.
One of the later, I don't know if Bela Lugosi ever had them, but definitely by the time you get to Christopher Lee, he has them. I don't know if they invented them there or what. I was constantly sitting here with the conflicting feeling of one, like, wow, this is so slow and kind of boring. And like, well, maybe my attention span is ruined and like I should train myself to appreciate this more. I certainly didn't hate it.
No, me neither.
But I'm not in a rush to rewatch it.
I don't think so.
You know? So it's interesting that this kicks it all off because... You know, this sets the stage for what comes next. I'm curious how it will compare, if things will get better or worse from here, you know. My prediction is it's going to get better for a few movies and then drop off a cliff and get way worse. But we'll see. All right, Kate, so you're okay to continue down the Universal Monsters path?
I think so.
This October?
Oh, I will say one thing that I liked. I actually liked a lot of the costuming in this, right? Because I think the costume that Bela Lugosi wears is the Dracula costume, right? Like, it's when you Google Dracula, it's the dark vest, white shirt, dark vest, some kind of medallion in the center of your chest, and then a cape, you know, like an actual cape.
Big collared.
You know?
Yeah. It's certainly instantly iconic, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it stood the test of time. And his line deliveries and everything is just slow but amazing. Thanks for digging in, Kate. Forgot to mention, this is the oldest piece of media we have covered on this podcast in 350 plus episodes.
Wow, good for us.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
1931.
I'm proud of us.
I just thought that was kind of cool. Prior to this, it was It's a Wonderful Life, which is from like 15 years after this.
Yeah, but you get Donna Reed in that cute little velvet baseball cap, so it's worth it.
Tune in next week for Frankenstein.
Bleh.
Let's go.
Dracula. The very mention of the name brings to mind things so evil, so fantastic, so degrading. You wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare.
Rats. Thousands. Millions of them.
But no, this is no dream. This is Dracula, the original terrifying story of a maniac and a man who lived after death, lived on human blood, took the form of a vampire bat, and lured innocent girls to a fate truly worse than death.
Dracula? Oh, what's he done to you, dearie? Tell me.
He came to me. He opened a vein in his arm, and he made me drink.